Good afternoon, teacher. We are the group number 6, and in this occasion, we are going to develop our learning activity number 5.
Here we have a development on literacy skills in children learning a second language. It's based on the fact that in order for children to learn to read and write, they first have to learn sounds and figures, such as associating that the shape of a sign means good or something positive. On the other hand, we have the effects of bilingualism on language development. It's important that children develop reading skills so that in the future they can have critical thinking, which begins by learning the alphabet and the correct pronunciation of each letter. Finally, if the language levels of bilingual children increase, this means that their phonetic skills also increase.
Hi, Miss. I'm talking about factors influence the second language education. The A's play a role fundamental because the children's brain are more adaptable and flexible than an adults. Motivation is the reason why you are a student, where you is your motivating for learning a second language, or what you doing. Learning environment. We have a school environment. This we can learn a lot of vocabulary or grammar, and the environment outside we can practice in the real context. Personally, we have two personally. The introverted children are working hard because the process is quickly a difference of the extroverted children is enjoy with the process of learning styles. Different teacher or different students needed different needs methodologies because to have a process to acquire the second language, it's so important. Attitude. The attitude is the mode we can have in the process to acquire language. If we attitude is positive, the process of learn is so more more better than if we have attitude negative. These factors influence a lot in the process to acquire a second education.
Okay, well, we are going to talk about the factors that influence the second language acquisition. There are some factors that impact the outcomes of second language acquisition. They are external factors and internal factors. In this occasion, I'm going to talk about the external factors. They are circumstances that students can control. For example, we have the environment where language takes place. Well, in general, they are the school and home. It's important to mention that bilingual children who are exposed to different environments that have relation with the second language, they have better bilingual outcomes. At the same way, we have the second one, which is community support. It is the performance of learners. Well, it is when the community supports the spread of language within the broader of community. Also, we have social prestige. A language which has higher levels of prestige are more successfully developed as bilingual languages. And the last one, we have the differences and similarities among languages. For example, we have the speech sounds. When a language have the similar sounds among them, it's easier for the students or for the learner learn it.
Internal factors are age, motivation, and learning attitude. Well, so I'm going to explain these three factors. Age. Research supports the idea that the more frequently language learners are exposed to a language, the more competent the learners become. This is due to the many neural connections that are made in children's brain. These connections are then translated into learning and development of social, emotional, motor, cognitive, and lingual skills. Second, motivation. Specifically, when children are more motivated to acquire a language, they will become skilled in it more quickly than children that are not motivated to learn too. One study found that the child's intrinsic motivation was the strongest factor of a learner's motivation and self-confidence to learn a second language, which leads to increased L2 achievement. And finally, learning attitude. Attitude is defined as the component of competence to perform a certain type of work at a certain level. In language learning, a child's ability to learn affects his or her ability to learn a language. The higher the level of a child learning ability, the greater his or her chance of a language acquisition.
Good evening, my history talk about the principal theory of bilingualism, balance theory, or separate underlying proficiency. In this theory, two language operating separately. Common underlying proficiency model refers to basic set of skills and processes that are involved in learning a language. Thirl's theory: there is a relationship between cognition and degree of bilingualism. Also, deeper levels of cognitive processing, such as analysis, synthesis, and evaluation, are necessary to academic process. Bilingualists to try benefits, for example, improved attention, enhanced multitasking, enhanced executive function, improved meta-linguistic awareness, enhanced problem-solving skills, better memory function, and cultural understanding. Thank you.